rules and conduct governing conduct on postal property, the rules and regulations. It's normally posted in post offices, but apparently this gentleman doesn't have it. You know.
Film over there and to film over here.
And where am I?
And he has since obliged, since I've had a conversation with him, but he thinks he has every right to film in that section, which he does not, because of people's personal information and because of personal information on their debit and credit. Once that's exposed from the wall or whatever.
There's no expectation of privacy in
yes,
public.
there is.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. This is a public building, sir.
How long are you going to stay here for?
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for my story, so I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer. Whenever I'm finished gathering my content, that's all. He had made a false claim that I was filming credit cards. That's the call that you got. I'm sure I'll be FOIA requesting the radio communications. He had said that I was filming credit cards. That is a complete and utter lie, sir. I have not filmed any credit cards. That is a lie. The video will prove it. That's just not true. No customer has complained that I was filming their credit cards. He's never asked me to leave the property. I'm not breaking any.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know it, sir. You weren't even here.
Do you have any conversation? Do you know any conversation with the clerk's side with the customers?
Sir, you're reaching for something to try and get me in trouble. But I'm gonna let these officers know that I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. Freedom of press. I am press. And if you violate, I'm an independent journalist. If you violate that in any way, you will lose qualified immunity.
Do you have any ID?
I don't have any ID.
You
No.
have no press ID?
No. I don't need one. I mean, I can make one, but I mean, why waste the paper, right? I don't need it.
Do you have any ID on you?
Do I have any ID on me? No, I don't. No, I don't. I only give over ID when I have committed a crime. So unless you guys have reasonable articulable suspicion, as the law states, that I've committed a crime, I don't provide ID. So there has to be reasonable articulable suspicion. RAS.
I understand that.
Okay.
I've been doing the job for 22 years.
Okay, great. I'm glad. Listen, it's not against you personally, officer. It's a lot of officers don't understand that
So
sometimes.
some answers, so when are you leaving?
Huh?
When are you leaving soon?
Whenever I'm finished with my story, sir.
Okay.
Exactly.
It sounds like he's just worried about the information from the credit card and stuff.
Do you know that there's no expectation of privacy in public, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Did you just hear the officer say what you disagreed with?
But like I said, it sounds like he's just worried about.
He can be worried about it, and listen. He can be worried about it, and I can understand that. But unless I'm outwardly, trying to get somebody's credit card information, or if somebody complains to you and says, "Hey, he grabbed my credit card information," then there's no crime here. And if there's no crime, he's wasting the resources of the Glassboro Police Department because there's no crime. There's no reason you guys should be here. I'm being reasonable. He's just calling you just to try and flex his, whatever power or authority you think you have here, sir. If you have none, you are a public servant. Call the inspectors. That's who you should call.
I work for the public.
Yeah, yes, you do. You're a federal employee. You're a federal employee.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I don't even know if you guys have jurisdiction here. So, jurisdiction would fall under the Postal Inspector's Office, which is the law enforcement division of the post office here. So, I don't know if you even have jurisdiction.